My main PC is a pre-built from 2010 in need of an upgrade. Recently, I upgraded its mechanical hard drive to an SSD to a real SSD after the $20 one broke. It tremendously decreased boot times. Even though the i7-860 is from around 2010 and is less powerful than a current i3, it still works pretty decent for rendering 1080p video, and I will upgrade it someday with like a Ryzen 7 or something like that, which I will also get a new motherboard and some DDR4 RAM for that, so it will be pretty costly. I'm not going to upgrade it right now. In this video, I'm going to be upgrading a few things: the case, the graphics card, and the cooling. Right now I have an aging GT620 which is crying to be put out of its misery, so I'm going to be replacing that with a GTX 1650. The new graphics card should work okay with my computer. I'm just worrying about the 350 watt power supply, but we'll see how that goes. I recently went to Salvation Army and found this case, the Ultra Wizard. It has premium steel construction. It has high-speed USB and FireWire. All this cool stuff, including 9 drive bays. You may be wondering why I got this weird knockoff of an old Antec case that was built in 2006. First of all, it was only $7, and this was brand new in the box. But the main reason is that I love weird cases, and this is definitely a weird case. I mean, like, the front panel locks, it's this ugly blue, it has like these weird vents on the front. I mean, most people would probably hate this case, and that's why I like it. But enough of just showing the box. Let's take a look at the actual case. And here it is. The case was extremely difficult to unbox, mainly because I accidentally put it in the wrong way at Salvation Army because I wanted to make sure that the case was actually in the box, so I finally got it out. And here it is, totally unboxed. The front does have a lock, and it opens like this, so you can access your power button and your disk drives, and even if you wanted to add a floppy drive. This case is much bigger than the pre-built one I am currently using, and it can store a lot more drives. It's got this weird air intake on the side with the logo, another one near the bottom so your graphics cards can breathe. On the back you got all your different PCI slots, an I/O shield, and where the power supply is supposed to go. On the other side panel it is totally blank. No air holes or anything. Let's take off the front panel, take a look at the inside. Also note that this is a normal facing case, as my pre-built case is backwards and it opens on the opposite side. On the inside there's some power button pin instructions and a bag of screws and standoffs. They included a lot of screws, and I'm not complaining. It's always good to have extras. I also picked up a couple of these fans at the resale shop. I didn't know if I'd need them for a front case fan, so I just picked them up just in case. So let's get on to the upgrade. So here is my current PC, and today we're going to be putting it into the new case. I have not gotten the GTX 1650 yet, so we're not going to install that. At the time this was filmed, it was ordered and it's being shipped, but it will be installed a little bit later. First, I just want to make sure I can get into the new case and hook up everything correctly. So yeah, let's get started on that. I'm going to take off the front cover here. Now this has been the hardest front cover. Probably, I don't know if it got damaged or anything. It does have one screw though. Just take that off. Getting it back on is a pain. I don't know, I think it's a little bent, so front panel here. So since it's bent, it just doesn't go back on properly. And actually, I'm going to get I have just a simple magnet here. I should get one of those trays to hold it, but for now, this can hold screws just fine. I'm going to keep that in the corner there, so I keep all my screws together. So the first thing is, I actually want to, I'm not even sure if this is correct due to stuff. I'm just going to take out my hard drive first, because it's got all my data, stuff like that on it. I should make sure those all get out safely. My SSD. Now this Samsung 860 EVO was updated. You can see that video. I'm not sure if I'll have it in a card or not, but check it out in the description if you want to see me upgrade my old hard drive right here to an SSD. And that SSD really sped up this computer. lot. I mean, it is a good quality SSD. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of disconnect the SATA cables here. This is from some red cable. I remember I got it the SATA cable at Goodwill. And then this one just came with the computer. Next we are going to disconnect the other SATA device, which is my DVD-ROM, which I know, okay, it's 2020, don't have to use this extra SATA cable for a DVD-ROM, but hey, I've used it a lot. I do some emulation on this PC, and I actually have done like some PlayStation 1 games, which I actually own the discs, and I was actually experimenting with, since I do have a PlayStation 1, I've experimented with like the speeds, and I was able to get it faster on here. I was just doing some experiments, and I can just pop the disc right in, you know, make it an ISO if I want. But yeah. Alright, next I'm actually going to, why didn't I do this before? I'm going to completely power it down, just hold down the button for, usually they say a minute, but that's like a full power down. I just hold it for a little bit here. And that's about good. And then next I'm going to take off PCI lock here. And this just takes a simple screw. Now, one thing to say about these screws, they're very odd screws in this PC. If you see them right there, they're kind of like a star screw. And then they also have a, I don't know if it's focusing, there we go. It also has a flathead. I just use a flathead with this. I know most modern computers don't use flathead screwdrivers. This one does, unless you have that star one, which I know it's not like too special, but it's, you know, I just don't. I actually do have it on hand. Okay, so my screwdriver set here, I have the star screwdrivers. I just haven't really used them. If I can just pull out a flathead and it works, then, you know, so be it. So now I'm going to pull out my GT620. Yeah. Here's the card I got from Micro Center like, I don't know, 5 years ago. This thing isn't even secured. The little, you know, screws on here, they came off, and there's only one left on VGA there, and it just holds on the VGA. It's got a VGA, HDMI, and a DVI with analog on it. Here's got the heat sink. It's a little bit dusty there. It's all PCI. And, you know, I'm not going to pitch this yet because I'm not even sure if the GTX 1650 will work. Thankfully, it's from like Newegg, and they got their whole 30-day return deal, so I can return it if it doesn't work at all. But like I said, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I'm going to unplug the motherboard connector and also the CPU. And this thing goes to my fan. Don't ask me about this janky setup here. The fan controller broke in this motherboard, and it just goes on high speed. I know. Someday I should get a new motherboard. My i7 860 doesn't even compare to an i3 today. But hey, I mean, it works, and I can render videos at 1080p videos decently. So here I have the basics disconnected. Now I have to say, I have taken this whole thing apart, put it back together, dusted it. I have not taken the I/O shield, I have not taken it out, and I haven't actually totally built a computer from scratch. Like I said, I've taken this apart. I have not removed I/O shield. It seems pretty simple. I just don't want to break it. I guess you just pull it up carefully, take it out. I am going to try to remove the motherboard. Let's see if there's anything still connected or anything in this way. Oh, yep, there is. It looks like the power button. Alright. And I really hope that the power button and everything like that is compatible with the new, or I guess older case. I mainly like the case I got, the Ultra Wizard, because it's like a bigger case, and it's ATX size. This is a pre-built case, so I mean, it's just plain micro ATX, nothing else can really be supported. And with pre-built cases, they're just made for the pre-builts, and you can't really upgrade too much stuff in it. It just had 2 hard drive bays, which means you could upgrade from 1 to 2 hard drives. But this one, I believe, can upgrade to like 5 or something a lot bigger. But not that I'd ever use that many. I just, you know, it's nicer to have a case that has more features and options, even if it is from like, I don't know, 2006. When the case is made, would work. It's not like a graphics card or CPU where it needs to be up to date. Alright, here we go. Get all these cables out of the way, and here it is. Motherboard. It's actually very small looking when you look at it. Micro ATXs are micro. And So now we just have basically optical drive. I'm just gonna pull that out real quick. I know, like I said before, it's 2020, but still, I use it. Oh, here we go. Back to those weird flathead screws. We're going to take out the power supply. Now the power supply, I remember, they have screws in the back here, and also there's a little clip on the side, or inside here, on the side of there. Oh, okay, that just jostled out. Like that. Alright, there we go. How did I put this together? Oh, I got some. Oh, my nice cable management is just ruined now. That's okay. I forget when I put this cable management in, but it's okay because we're getting a new case and it will have better cable management. Now this is like your crapola, whatever, power supply. I actually did open it to a little dust out. It's worked pretty good though through all these renderings and stuff like that to make all these videos. I've rendered all my videos on this thing. Well, usually being powered by this. It's one of these crappy companies, but hey, I thought about, I've seen many people's experiences of saying these blown, you know, frying their board, but then also I saw Linus Tech Tips get a GTX 650, or no, GTX 1650, and put it on a 250 watt, which is a 350. So I think it's gonna do okay. The rest of these cords are just whatever, go to the case. So there's my well case. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this case. Probably just store it for now. It's an okay case. It's, like I said, it's made for pre-builds with micro ATX form factor. Well, just made for this pre-build. But, you know, it would work, I guess, if you wanted to do whatever in here. Oh, wait. Don't tell me I need to go inside the PC again to get this I/O shield out. Oh, there we go. Okay. Phew. It just took me a while to get that front panel back on. Here we go. Got the I/O shield. And we'll get on to the new case. Yes, we will be doing that in part 2. So make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications so then you can know when I upload part 2. Or if it's already uploaded, then just go check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you when we install the components into the new case.
It is getting hard for me to know where to turn with all my angry. So what better way than to surround myself with a box of metal?